Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Scorpio, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you also have the Moon card. So the Moon card along with the High Priestess have both been very active this week, which totally makes sense because both are lunar ruled. Well, the Moon card technically is Pisces, but I kind of find it fitting because we've got a full moon this week. What I will say to you is so you were one of the signs. I think Virgo was the other sign that got this card as their key to the week. Now it makes sense for them because this is their full moon. It makes sense for you in a different way, and this is that this is going to be a week where you are really getting to grips with how the past is currently playing out in your present. This is where you're going to get to see an echo of something, right? Remember that if you went to think about the astrology or the astronomy of the moon, it reflects light, right? So it's not light, it's not the light of the sun itself, but it does reflect that light. And what this suggests to me is this is going to be a week where you're seeing echoes, right? So you're checking your own intentions, your own reactions to certain things, and then saying, okay, this is an echo of something that's happened before. If this is the case, which I strongly believe that it is, it gives you a chance to see things in a different light or in a different perspective. I'll give you the best example that I can kind of think of at this point. If you've ever played Mario Kart, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, what the hell, where is he going with this? If you've ever played Mario Kart, there's a setting on that where you can play against yourself. And so you can, like, it's basically you versus you, and you can see yourself as like a shadow self. And you can see where you took the corner like too wide or too short, where you crashed at a certain point, all the rest of it. This week, your life is doing the same thing. It's like you're parallel with a past version of yourself, and you get to see where you messed up, where you made mistakes, where maybe you weren't in your integrity, where maybe you were and you were still treated unfairly. This isn't about judgment. It's not about what you did or didn't do wrong. It's about seeing how far advanced you are this time round in a similar situation that you've been in previously. So this Moon card is very telling and very powerful for you this week. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know I love you for it. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your actions and options, you have the King of Swords, right? Changing your mind, getting aware of your mind, getting aware of what you actually think and feel about a situation that you're in right now, not through the guise of the past, but in spite of it. This is about you walking a path that is authentically you, which is something that you guys do anyway, but in a sense you're doing it in an upgraded version of yourself, right? This is you looking at the top spot. For some of you, this could also be thinking or considering ways to either improve or enhance the career or take the career in a very different setting. For some of you, this might be signing official paperwork or documents. Maybe you're filing to start a business. Maybe you are deciding to get that website domain. Like, there's some step that you're making this week that is very concrete towards a brand new life for yourself, which is very, very exciting. It looks like you're, Scorpios doing their due diligence, for your communications and conversations. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. Nice. I mean, this coupled with the Moon, it's very interesting in that for some of you, this could be returning to a place that you know. For some of you, this could be going back to an old employer. For some of you, this could be reconnecting with people that you've worked with or studied with. For some of you, this could be literally on a literal level. It could be a journey that you take at night. Now, that being said, for those of you that are students or in some form of academia, this is a lucky break, right? So maybe something that you've done now brings or breeds rewards. So as an example, let's say, you know, a professor or a lecturer or a teacher read your work and they say, wow, love the way that your brain works. Do you want to be my assistant? It's a really great opportunity. Do not over idealize this. It's going to be a lot of work. Yes, it's a reward, but when is a reward not a reward? When it feels like more work, right? And unfortunately, this reward does look like that. So, you know, they could say to you, look, you know what, I want you to be a teaching assistant. And you're like, this is amazing. And then you realize how much work is actually involved in that. You're going to have to weigh it up. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, similar sort of situation, something that you've done, something that you've already set into motion now brings its results or yields some rewards. But again, don't over idealize it, because you might realize later down, okay, so I'm expected to do more work for the same salary, or I'm expected to do more work in the same amount of hours that I have. Something about that's going to need to be adjusted. Again, it is a good opportunity because it's the Wheel of Fortune. When it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, there's something about this, because the moon card is cyclic, just like the cycles of human beings. You know, everything is cyclic in a sense. But with that Wheel of Fortune, there's a really strong sense of monotony. Maybe you're in a bit of a rut. Maybe you're feeling like, you know, I'm on the mouse wheel, or Groundhog Day. It's like something just is ticking over and over, and it's not a bad thing. It's just not exciting either. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the Wheel of Fortune, so it can't be that bad, but yeah, it's just something to think about. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, one way that this might show up for you is literally, again, a journey that you take at night. This could, for some of you, you could be asked to play a supporting role, but very much as a silent partner or in the background in some way, which again, you know, depending on how much time and what you're doing, could be pretty good. For your love and relations, you've got the 9 of Wands, right? So when it comes to partnerships and relationships, the relationship could suffer a little this week, because you know, this seems to be a running theme for you guys recently, where it's like you're so busy, or your partner is so busy, that you just don't have the time to connect as deep as you would like to. That 9 of Wands, for some of you, this could see you feeling a little bit beat up by love, right? Whether you're single, whether you're partnered, is kind of irrelevant. It's just a general overview feeling. That being said, it's not stopping you from anything. It's not holding you back. I will also say, with those of you that are single, you could be meeting or connecting with somebody that has come through a bit of, you know, that's been in the wars a little bit. Somebody that's a little bit beat up, a little bit roughed up around the edges by life, but still going. You know, there's nothing, you know, bad or awful about them. It just looks like they may have had a bit of a rough time. For your money and materials, you got the 5 of Cups. This, with the Moon card and the Wheel of Fortune, I'm sorry to say, but for those, in fact, for all of you across the board, your car looks like it's going to cost you a pretty penny this week, specifically the wheels, the brakes, anything that is round or circular, Wheel of Fortune, the Moon card, on the car. So this is going to be your wheels, your tires, you know, touch wood, some of you, this might be a cracked rim, which is an absolute because it's like you have to replace the whole damn thing, right? It's so annoying. I've done that before. I went through or over what I thought was a puddle. Crunch. Oh, so frustrating, but hey ho, it is part of life, right? The 5 of Cups is a card of loss. This is in your money and your materials, and if there is a loss this week, it's going to be to do with your car, your vehicle, and specifically the wheels of the car. Don't sleep on this. Yes, it's a ball ache because it's a financial expense, but don't skimp on it. Get it done, get it sorted quickly. For your physical health and vitality, this is all of the areas of the body that you rule, the reproductive system and or the colon. When it comes to your home and your environment, and with the Moon card here as well, this is the waters of the body. So when it comes to your health, like if you have any niggles or any challenges or issues in that area, get it seen to quickly, all right? For the home and environment, the Five of Cups, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, it kind of denotes that you're having to relieve or release something from the home this week, and maybe not something that you would have chosen to get rid of. So it'll be interesting to see how that shapes up. For your full moon message, the full moon in Virgo is happening for you for those of you that are ascendant Scorpios, to a lesser degree, the sun and the moon, but still relevant. It's happening in your 11th house. This is your house of friends, social circles and or groups, the group associations, the group ties that you have. It's the place of social media, and it's also the place or the house of benefactors, people that can help or assist you in your higher goals and aspirations. That's that Wheel of Fortune, right? This is someone or something higher or bigger or outside of you seeing what you do and wanting to help your cause, which could be great. It is a full moon, so it is highlighting the need for something, but it's also, because it's in Virgo, it's that need to be precise about it, all right? Not, dilly-dallying and kind of guessing at it. The other thing as well, this is the house of gains from your business. So for those of you that have businesses or even in your work, this could see the results or the rewards of the efforts that you've put in that area of your life come into fruition. And your card is the Gate 21 and control. Let go of. That's what this card is about. It's not about having control or being in control. It's about relinquishing control. That is, after all, why the owl is on there, the wisest of creatures, because it knows that there is nothing that they can control besides themselves and their own actions. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.